if you don't remember last year, the Cardinals came back from 20 down against the Raiders. Well, you kind of see what happens when you're tanking. Like, you could even be up by that and still lose. Yeah, that happened. And Zach Wilson still sucks. Like, Jets, you're freaking screwed. Here we go. Week 2 NFL Sunday recap. Here's the play of the day. Like, I'm just done with this.
Unleashes towards the end zone. It is deflected. Oh my God! Is answered. They still need to convert the 2.
Gotta keep your eyes disciplined.
Look at this dude.
Watch crossers.
Wait till you see the.
You've got to be disciplined here if you're Washington.
No.
To the end zone. Batted down. And complete. Intended for something.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy the Week 2 NFL Sunday recap. Of course, pretty eventful Sunday. I mean, it wasn't like there was anything crazy happening, but yeah, some pretty cool games, some cool endings, obviously. Some injuries, too, which is what we're going to talk about right now. Starting out with Tariq Woolen, who might not play in Carolina. Well, not in Carolina, but against Carolina in Week 3. Samuel Womack expected to return Week 8 for the 49ers, who he was ruled out for this game. Chase Edmonds, yeah, he's questionable Week 3. That's on a Monday night. And then Saquon, again, he did have an ankle sprain. They're hoping to get just a normal ankle sprain and a high ankle sprain. And again, he is questionable for Thursday night. My guess is he probably won't play. Dan Henley did not play against the who did they play? The Titans. Of course, Joe Nobum got hurt for the Rams. Of course, Jalen Waddle suffered concussion against the Patriots. And then Marcus Jones, the Patriots returner, is questionable for Week 3. As well, nothing else crazy. I mean, Elton Jenkins had a pretty nasty knee injury. It's nothing crazy, but it looked ugly. Hava Vite also has another knee injury, scary there. Joe Burrow re-aggravated his calf injury. That could be very not good. Lamar actually, yeah, hand injury, but I don't think that's anything crazy. Odo hurt his ankle. That's kind of about it, though. And looking for today, Jamal Adams, I missed the game against the Rams, but that's kind of all I got on him. I really don't know what to expect. Derek Young on IR, he's expected to return Week 3. Anything else? Oh, yeah, Warner Robinson is still questionable. Again, he hasn't played yet this year. What else? I don't think there's really anything else crazy to say. Like, some injuries, like Emmanuel Mosley, again, still recovering from that ACL. Brandon Cooks, MCL tear, he was out against the Jets. Again, nothing really that crazy. Oh, yeah, Ronnie Stanley should be good for Week 3 as well. So I got there, though. I hope you guys enjoyed the injury report. Let's get in the first game. Here, roll those highlights from the Raiders and Bills.
From Orchard Park, New York, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today, it's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. First down and 10. Here's the handoff, and it goes to Trey Tucker, a rookie, and he's on the move with the jet sweep. End around, down inside from the 16 of the Bills. First possession of the game. Fake to Jacobs, out to Adams. Nice block he got right there from Parham, and he's in for the touchdown. Abdullah is the running back, second down and 8. Here they come up the middle, ball deflected and picked off on the ricochet. Terrell Bernard. Davis, Murray, looking for a touchdown. The dash down, going to the end zone. Hawks defending, they're going for Diggs. You see the flag. Second down goal. Here comes Allen to the end zone, touchdown. A.J. Cole, the punter, is the holder. This is maybe the best punter, long snap combination in the NFL, and he gets the field goal. Harris is in the backfield. Hardy on the move. Allen. Oh! Second down and 10. Allen up. Touchdown. Allen. Here comes Crosby. Here comes Allen. And caught for the touchdown. Davis. Garoppolo time. Oh!
back with a 38-10 thumping of the Raiders. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, they just kind of blew them out. I kind of expected it, and the Bills they're just really good at home, and the Raiders are just, they're not very good in general. So, good 1-0 start, but, like, yeah, not great. Jimmy G, the first interception was bad. Yeah, it was a tip pass. That was his fault. The second one, I don't know what else to say. Like, Matt Milano just made an insane play. Oh, my God. That was crazy. But that kind of showed you what Josh Jacobs did on the ground. Yeah, Jimmy G outside of that, though, wasn't terrible. He did it in most of his throws. Again, he did have some bad incompletions, but, like, there was a ton of pressure. The Raiders' O-line was horrible. Like, again, outside of the one run, the 34 yards they had, their running game was just trash. Again, outside of garbage time with Zamir White. Josh Jacobs, a grand total of 9 carries for -2 yards. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but the fact that if he's supposed to be a top 5 running back, that offensive line did not do their job. I'm not saying that he didn't play like, it wasn't his fault at all. Like, it was his fault. Don't get me wrong on that, but holy crap. There's no way you don't have -0.2 yards to carry without your offensive line having a little bit of contribution there. Devontae Adams, 6 for 84 and a touchdown. He was good in the first quarter, didn't do much after that, and he also got clocked. Like, that was ugly. Josh Jacobs, at least he had some receiving game. Like, whenever, like, a bad running back has this type of performance on the ground, he usually has a decent receiving game. In this case, same thing with Josh Jacobs. Hunter Renfrow had 1 cool catch. That's literally their whole offense. They were terrible. Defensively, Robert Spillane had 1 sack and 9 tackles. He missed a lot of tackles, though. Divine Diablo had a really nice sack. That's kind of about it for him, though. Max Crosby had some pressure, but definitely wasn't his best game. Nate Haas was burnt toast, and yeah, their defense, again, didn't really play that well. Daniel Carlson only got in field goal range once. Kind of tells you what it's like. Bills, Josh Allen did his job. Again, took a couple deep shots. They worked out a couple times. But yeah, he just was kind of clean with the football. Their offensive line was awesome. They ran the ball really, really, really well, which was awesome to see. So, yeah, if you're a Bills fan, yeah, the running game looked a lot better. Again, they still probably could run the ball even more than they did. But, yeah, it was definitely a good attack. Josh Allen again got the ball out quick. It was really good to see. Gabe Davis had his best game. Honestly, you could argue of his career outside of the game in the divisional against the Chiefs. He was really good. 6 for 92, a touchdown. He was getting open every single time. Stephon Diggs, yeah, typical his day. Again, not even a big day by any means, but, yeah, he was good. 7 for 66. Dalton Gage, 5 for 43, pretty productive. James Cook almost, I think over 150 total yards. He was really, really good. Again, the running game just overall was awesome. Again, the Yellow Saviors here, 3.7 yards per carry. They probably should have gave more carries. Dawson Knox dropped a couple passes. Wasn't his best day. Khalil Shakir also got a touchdown. Defensively, Terrell Bernard was awesome. 3 tackles and an interception. Goes from Matt Milano was probably the player of the day. Yeah, they didn't get a sack, but they still got a lot of pressure. And again, they weren't on the field that much. Like, that's what I'm going to say. Look at the team stats. Again, the Bills had 450 yards, 240. Again, they had the ball basically double the amount of times that the Raiders had. Again, that's a big part of it. Third down efficiency, the Bills were basically getting it every time. 3-1, 0, what it's called. Turnover ratio helps a lot. Again, the Bills just played a clean football game, and they just dominated the line of scrimmage. It's kind of what I got, even though the yards of play are pretty similar. And for this Raiders offense, Jacobs has to hit his holes faster. He did, but again, the offensive line didn't really give any holes. Jimmy G did get the ball out pretty quick, but then again, they didn't really do much there. Devontae Adams was getting his targets, and again, it was just a terrible game offensively. I'll give them 5 minuses. The only good thing I'll say about them is they did have some explosive plays, and Jimmy G did move the football a little bit. But like after that, their rushing game was non-existent, and their offensive line was god-awful, so that's what I gotta say. But at least they were like in it for part of it. Raiders defense made Josh throw the ball early instead of holding on to it. They did, yeah. The odds was bad, and under 20 points left, that never really happened. Defensively, just like they couldn't really stop the run, and they missed a lot of tackles. So just having that all in mind, I'll give them 4 minuses. I don't think they were as bad though. They didn't really give any big plays, making it easy for that Bills offense. Bills offense did have to work, but yeah, that was not a great defensive performance. Time for the Bills. Again, good bounce back game. Damien Harris did get a pretty good amount of carries. They didn't run the ball as much as I thought they would, but then again, they did run the ball pretty well. And yeah, Josh did not turn over the ball. Exceptions aside too. Offensively, I'll give them 4 pluses. It was a really good game. I think they could be even better. That's why I'll give them. Like, it wasn't a perfect game, but yeah, they were really good. Defensively, don't let Josh break free. They didn't let him. And yeah, overall defensively, I really don't care. They dominated the line of scrimmage. Jimmy G didn't really get much at all. Like, again, it was just it was their game. 5 at pluses. Now let's look at the Ravens Bengals. Dayton was this team a doozy.
It's an AFC North collision in Cincinnati. John Harbaugh and the Ravens. Zach Taylor and the Bengals.
So difficult to bring down.
Patrick Ricard, the fullback in the game. The give to Edwards, trying to push forward, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Baltimore. 59-yard attempt for Tucker. And the kick is no good. Charlie Jones, the rookie out of Purdue. Tracking to the 20. touchdown. It's a touchdown. And this time, Tucker is good. McPherson ties the game at 10. Lamar, pressure coming, tries to flick it, and he does to Hill. What a play by Lamar Jackson to pick up 7 yards. Lamar's going to run it this time. Great moves by Jackson. Oh, and he jumps over a defender and out of bounds. Tucker from 40. And that one is good. Burrow gets rid of it. Mixon's got some daylight into Baltimore territory. Down the sideline and out of bounds around the 30.
Different when the statistics have been what they've been.
Chase at the bottom of your screen. Burrow to the end zone. Intercepted. Picked off by Stone. On first down, Lamar Jackson. Plenty of time. Taking a deep shot for Flowers. And Flowers has it. Mark Andrews. Jackson to Andrews. Does he get in? Yes, touchdown. Burrow to Higgins. Touchdown. Jackson looking end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown. Aguilar. Pressure coming. Looking for Higgins. He's got it. Touchdown. 3. Jackson dancing around the pocket. Trying to get to the outside. He does. And he's got the first down. And wisely stays inbounds. It's up the middle. He's got the first down. And Baltimore can take a knee, and the Ravens will go to 2-0 to begin the season.
Yep, the Ravens moved to 2-0 with a close win against the Bengals, in which they had a couple 10-point leads. Yeah, the Ravens, they didn't look perfect by any means in this game, but they did take care of business in, I guess, a way. Against the Bengals team that is now 0-2 for the second straight season, but it's a definitely different 0-2. You don't feel the same about it. Lamar was good through the air, 24 of 30, 32, 37, 2 touchdowns. He did move the ball downfield, and he didn't really miss a ton of throws. He was pretty good. The running game was all things said, efficient. Again, they had 4 guys that had got over 10 carries. Lamar was really explosive when he ran the ball. I like a lot of the stuff they did there. Zay Flowers got a carry too. Nelson Aguilar was probably by far the best separator overall. Zay Flowers wasn't exactly getting open, but he was making big plays. Odell got hurt. Rashad Bateman didn't do anything. And, yeah, Mark Andrews is back. He had a touchdown. So eventually, Geno Stone had a pick and 7 tackles. But outside of that, he really wasn't having to do much there. Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith, again, did their thing. Roquan Smith wasn't great, though. Yeah, Jamie Clowney had their only sack. They really weren't getting much pressure on Joe Burrow. Again, they just did. Yeah, the Bengals had no downfield passing game, so they really didn't have to worry about that much there. Justin Tucker didn't miss a set 59-yarder. Joe Burrow, just simply saying it, he just didn't throw the ball downfield really at all. He couldn't connect on those throws because of his calf. That's really what it is. But 27-41, 22, touchdowns, interceptions, so at least they scored, I guess. They got to run the ball more, in my opinion. Again, they ran the ball freaking 15 times. That's not acceptable. T. Higgins had a huge game, 8 for 89 and 2 touchdowns after last week. Again, maybe not a huge game, but for what we've seen, definitely. Tyler Boyd was pretty serviceable. Jamar Chase did absolutely nothing. And, yeah, again, probably Joe Mixon's been the best part of this offense this year. Defensively, Dak still had 9 tackles. He was getting burnt a lot, but he did make a couple plays. Again, they got absolutely no pressure. All their linebackers played pretty bad, too. The only thing I will say is that I will say the corners played okay, but, again, their pressure was just... Oh, my God! Yeah, a couple times they did, but it just wasn't consistent. Ravens 415 yards. Again, they had a lot more... Again, it was just a lot better. The third down efficiency for both teams was pretty good, though. 1-0 turnover, that's really not a big thing. And, yeah, the Ravens did have the ball more, but didn't really feel like it. The Bengals offensive line was... Again, both of the offensive lines were pretty good, but then again, the Ravens just had more big plays, and, yeah... They got ahead early. That's kind of what the difference was. Oh, yeah, and Charlie Jones, he had the punt return touchdown as well, if you knew that. That's all I got for that. Let's get right into the, what is it called? Keys to games from both these teams. All right, for this Ravens offense, I said run the ball for over 5 yards per carry. I think they got close to that. Lamar has to break a big run in the third quarter. He didn't really break a big run, but he did make some big plays. Odell did get a couple targets when he was on the field, so that's good. Kevin Zeitler was actually really good. His pass protection wasn't 80%, but it was pretty close. Offensively, I'll give them 3 pluses. Solid game. That's what I'll say. Defensively, 4+ sacks. They didn't really get much pressure. But T. Higgins, they did make him have to fight for his catches. And Yeah, they didn't give up anything to Jamar Chase. Defensively, I will give them a 2 pluses. They weren't perfect. Their defensive line definitely wasn't great, and they struggled to get pressure, but they did what they needed to in the secondary to stop Joe Burrow. And again, being short-handed without Marlon Humphrey, I think they did a pretty good job. Time for the Bengals. By all means, this Bengals offense did not look great, but Joe was able to hit his receivers pretty easily at some points in the game. Joe Mixon was again good when he didn't get that many touches. And yeah, Roquan and Patrick Queen were basically knowing what was happening. So I'll be honest, this offense I have to give 2 minuses. Again, they weren't bad, but they definitely weren't as good as, I'll give them 3 minuses. Again, they could have been a lot better. Again, their offense looks dead. Bengals defense continued to force QBs, in this case Lamar, to throw on the run. Yeah, they did actually make him move around a lot. Nick Scott, yeah, he was a little better, not great though. Chidobe Awuzie was actually pretty good. Defensively, I'll give them a minus. I don't think they were actually that bad. I just think that the Ravens, again, they got the plays they needed to, and they just didn't really get much pressure. But I think the secondary-wise and the linebackers, I'll give them 2 minuses. I think that's more fair. What the hell? Let's get right into the Chargers and Titans. Roll those highlights.
Week 2 of the National Football League is upon us. Here come the Tennessee Titans. Getting sent to blitz from the outside. Tannehill's under pressure, and Murray wraps him up and takes him down. 2 for 2 on field goals last week. Good snap, good holds, and it's good. Herbert looking left, pumping left, throwing back in the end zone. Palmer, he caught it. Did he stay in? He did. No touchdown. Here's that replay again. Foot did not hit the turf. There are 2 here. Herbert to throw to the end zone. Wide open. Offensive lineman Trey Pipkins. He was in the slot to the left. Pressure's coming. Tannehill breaks free. He was hitting the helmet. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown. Put a lot of points. Tannehill to throw. Looking long. Looking for Burks. He's got him at the 20-yard line. And Burks is dragged out from behind by Asante Samuel. Second and goal. He tries again. He leaps his big body across the goal line. Touchdown Titans.
Players on the field again. Make sure they have guys covered.
Herbert steps on. Goes near sideline. Allen is wide open. That one is good. A 33-yard field goal attempt as time is winding down here in the first half. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way, and it is good. Off the play fake towards an option. Tannehill will keep it himself. Tannehill throws the ball out into the end zone. Young legs. Herbert's under pressure. He's going down. Jeffrey Simmons. Off the play fake. Herbert middle of the field. Everett. He's got it. Breaks 1 tackle. Breaks another tackle. Toward the 20. He's still on his feet. Shoulders his way down to the quarterback by throwing the ball in there. This one toward the end zone. Keenan Allen. Touchdown Chargers. And Los Angeles. To Henry. Tannehill has time. Going long. Going long for his receiver. And he made the catch. Chris Moore. The 30-year-old inside Chargers territory. The play fake. Tannehill back in the end zone. Touchdown. Westbrook and Keenan. And the Titans take the lead. J.K. Scott's the holder. Josh Harris the long snapper. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is on its way. And we are tied up at 24. Exit separation. Hopkins. From the near hash mark, the rain is lightened up. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is on its way. The game winner is good. The Tennessee Titans in overtime.
Yep, the Titans found a way to win in their home opener against the Chargers. They won 27-24 to win a battle of 0-1 teams. Of course, the Chargers followed 0-2. They've lost 4 straight games, I think, by 1 score. It's been pretty bad for them. Again, they were up 11-0. The Chargers, again, it was just not good for them. I don't know how to put it. Yeah, the Titans, again, they played much better football this week. Again, they did have their times where they were getting kind of beat up, but it wasn't the end of the world. Again, they figured it out. Justin Herbert, again, was by all means really good. 27-41, 305, 2 touchdowns, getting that crazy touchdown throw. He was really, really good. I do think he could have pushed the ball downfield more. Their running game was not the same without Austin Eckler. Keenan Allen, 8 for 11, 2 touchdowns. He had a really big game. Mike Williams, by all means, was really good. Gerald Everett, 347, nah. Again, Josh Palmer's really the only receiver who really had any big flash plays by any means, but then again, it wasn't the craziest game for him. Oh yeah, and of course, Gerald Everett had the crazy catch and run. Derwin James, he was okay. All the juniors were involved, I guess. Tuli Tapulatu, again, he had a sack, but he was really struggling in the run game. Joey Bosa was really good, though, 2 sacks. Morgan Fox had a sack. Overall, defensively, they weren't terrible, but they definitely gave up some big plays. Ryan Tannehill threw a lot of nice passes off play action. He was deadly, 20 of 24, 246 and a touchdown. The running game wasn't good at all, but like it's okay. Yeah, it wasn't terrible, but yeah, it definitely could have been better. Derrick Henry, only 3.2 yards per carry, but he did have a touchdown. Ryan Tannehill also ran for a touchdown. Traylon Burks caught 2 bombs. DeAndre Hopkins was clutch, and Chris Moore also caught a bomb as well. So yeah, they had a lot of receivers catching balls. Kevin Byard, 7 tackles. Better than last week, but still wasn't great. Nico Autry, Jeffrey Simmons, and Harold Landry all had sacks. They got a lot of pressure defensively. I like what I saw. Looking at the team stats, again, both teams, again, very even overall on both sides. Again, the Titans did run the ball better, but it wasn't like by a crazy amount. Again, they did have the ball more too. Again, both these offensive lines struggled in pass pro. They were, again, decent in run blocking. But overall, I just think again, the Titans played a cleaner game of football. They weren't as inefficient in ways, and they also didn't take as they did take more sacks, but didn't really feel like. I don't know how to describe it. Both defense passers dominated well. The run defenses were spotty at times. That's what I got there. Again, Titans win in overtime. Let's get right into the keys to game with both these teams. Alright, I wanted the Chargers offense to run the ball a lot with play action off of it. They really didn't get in the flow with that, so I'm not going to really blame them too much for it, but definitely could have been better. And yeah, Quinn Johnson really just wasn't in the game. Mike Williams did have a pretty good game, though. Again, Quinn Johnson, I don't really know what to say. He had 1 target, I think, and it was just, again, I don't know what they're doing with him right now. Offensively, I have to give them an equal sign, an average sign, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. They just left a lot of plays and feel like they were pretty good. Again, their offensive line was not great at all. I think that, again, they just kind of choked. Defensively, they did play well against Derrick Henry after getting pretty not great against the they weren't great against the run against the Dolphins. Ryan Tannehill was really good against them, and yeah, Sunday Samuel Jr. was decent, but he definitely could have been better. Defensively, I'll have to give them 3 minuses. Again, they were good against the run, but they got way too many big plays, and I don't care about the sack numbers, but those, again, Derwin James Jr. didn't really play safe, but Eli Gilman got killed over the top. Time for the Titans. Alright, Titans offense. I said 30-plus carries for Derek. He got pretty close to it. It was pretty good. Ryan Tannehill was really good, and yeah. Peter Skoronski, I don't even think he played. But yeah, offensively, it was a good bounce back game. We're going to 3+. They actually got the ball in the end zone this week. Defensively, the Titans, they didn't get the sack numbers you'd want, but they were also pretty good. They didn't get all any deep coverage out to the one, I think, that Keenan Allen. I like what I saw defensively. I'll give them 3+ as well. I'll give them 2+. Honestly, the Titans didn't play their best game of football, but they played well enough to win, obviously, with the overtime part of it. But yeah, against a pretty decent Chargers team. Again, the Chargers are now 0-2. They got some work to do. But yeah, Titans, again, big one for them. See what they can have to do in Cleveland in week 3. Now let's get to the Colts Texans and maybe call it table. I wouldn't say it.
Short up across the 30 and a first down to Michael Pittman. The ball's out. Rolls out of bounds, but did the Texans get to it first? Let's see. Richardson straight ahead. Anthony Richardson is in the end zone for a Colts touchdown. And Stroud is going to be sacked. The ball comes out. I think they may have ruled him down. Stroud keeping his Richardson. And Anthony Richardson into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the day. 3rd and 4. The throw right on target to Nico Collins. Inside the 40. The 35. It's first down for Houston. For the end zone. The catch made. It's Nico Collins for a Texans touchdown. Will flow it wide open. The catch is made. It's Will Mallory. Inside the 20. Zach Moss, first down. Zach Moss, touchdown. Throws. The catch made. Did he reach across in time? Just a little bit closer. Okay, everything is good. So that's 20.
The ball out inside the pylon across the goal line prior to touching out of bounds. It is a touchdown.
It's up there. Out and through. It's any kind of a 4th down gamble out of the mix from 36 yards away. And got it. And to hesitate. Wide open. Sideline throws. Robert Woods. Did he stay in bounds? No. The official says he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, when he has a clean pocket.
And open again. Completion into the end zone. Tight down from Houston.
Texans got an early lead behind Anthony Richardson, who of course did suffer a concussion and was out for the rest of the game. I don't know if he'll play in Week 3 against the Ravens, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, they got a big win, 131-20. They dominated Texans in basically the whole game. Yeah, garbage time Texans did put up the numbers, but that was about it. Gardner Minshew against Colts go to 1-1. Texans lose their second straight game by 2 scores and 4-0-2. Yeah, Gardner Minshew again, he was pretty good. I just think that he could have pushed the ball a little more, but yeah, he was really efficient. 19-23, 171 on a touchdown. Oh yeah, the Houston secondary was trash. Anthony Richardson 6 of 10, 56 yards. Their running game was awesome. They ran, just dominated. Zach Moss was again really good. Anderson, of course, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Michael Pittman Jr. 56 was pretty solid. Again, overall, these receivers just got open a lot, made it really easy on Gardner Minshew and Anthony Richardson, who was on the field. Kyle Granson also caught a touchdown. Defensively, Zaire Franklin had 8 tackles. Julian Blackman also had 7. E.D. Speed, 6 tackles and a sack. Really nice blitz there. DeForest Buckner, Goody Pay. Again, they had like a ton of pressure. It wasn't just the pressure they got, but I think, again, it was pretty consistent. But I just think, again, the offensive line didn't really play this year well, and the fact that CJ Stroud held the ball for like ages. Meanwhile, the Texans, CJ Stroud, again, why the heck is he holding the ball on for so long? I really don't know. But he did some deep throws. He looked a lot better than Week 1. But then again, he had too many sacks, and the running game was putrid. Terrible. Nico Collins had 456 touchdown. You could argue with the performance of the week in garbage time. But yeah, Robert Woods was pretty good. Tank Dell had a touchdown. Yeah, garbage time numbers for a lot of these guys. But again, Dolan Schultz was great. But yeah, I don't think he's no worse than these weapons. Defensively though, how do I put this nicely? They were about as bad as you get against the Colts. Like, they were horrible. The run defense, trash. Again, I think it was more schematically the scheme they were running, because I don't know why you're running quarters coverage on 2nd and short against an offense that's not going to throw the ball downfield, whether you want to think it or not. That's how I'll put it. Like, Ty McPherson also had a terrible missed kick. Again, the Texans are just, they look really bad. That's how I'll put it. Again, they have the ball. They had the ball longer, but again, 9-19 third down, they were bad on third down. Their offensive line was just terrible. Also, the fact that, again, she just tried to hold the ball for so long, too. I'm not going to just put it on that, but yeah, still. Yeah, it was just a bad game. Good job, Colts, I guess. Alright, for this Colts offense, I wanted Anthony Richardson to slide. He did slide a couple times, but it didn't really was worth it. He still got hurt. And yeah, the run game was actually really good. So, offensively as a whole, I'll give them 5 pluses because they played a really good game. They could have been better if Anthony Richardson didn't get hurt, but the fact that he got concussion really does, like, make me worried. But the fact they scored basically 20 points in the first half is really good. So yeah, I'll give them the 5 pluses. Defensively though, CJ Stroud did have to beat them from the back. He really didn't do it. The running game was terrible against them, and yeah, they did play a lot of man. Again, the Texans, the Colts defense did exactly what they needed to. Yeah, you can talk about garbage time all you want, but defensively I'll also give them 5 pluses. The Colts played a really solid game. Meanwhile, on offense, yeah, they were able to figure stuff out in the second half, but yeah, the run game was just terrible. It wasn't any better. And yeah, Robert Woods was pretty surgical in the slot. Nico Collins was pretty good. I like what they did in the passing game towards the end of the game, but then again, like, the running game was just too bad in their offense. Again, CJ can't hold the ball that long. So, if I'm gonna be honest, I'll give their offense 3 minuses, but I did like what I saw in the second half, so I'll keep that. But that was not a great performance. Defensively, they were just terrible. Like, I don't know how else to put it. The linebacker, again, I will say, Christian Harris was okay, but again, Derek Stingley was not good. Like, the whole secondary, terrible. Again, you gotta expect it with 2 other guys injured, but I'm gonna be honest, I'll come on those side with the injuries, but I have 4 minuses. That was a bad performance. Time for the Bears Bucs.
Week 2 from Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield and the Bucs coming off that upset win in Minnesota, ready for their home opener, ready to take on the Chicago Bears.
He's with his 11th team in 5 years and feels like he's found a home here in Tampa. Play action on the first play. Fields well protected and a strike for DJ Moore. They don't waste any time today. Moore's got a big game. Pressure coming. Fields beats it to the sideline. DJ Moore down the sideline. 1st and goal. A bootleg. Fields looking for the corner. He's got it. And the Bears have an opening drive touchdown. Often had a chip shot on the first drive. 40 yards here. It's blocked. Special teams play for the Bears. On into coverage, but he's got Evans who pushed off to get free. There is no flag. Mike Evans inside the 20, inside the 10. Straight ahead, it's White. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown. How about that? The Bucs on 3rd and
Running out of time, and it's knocked out of there. Bears are back on top of it. On the way, and good. And steps up and somehow gets rid of it. 3rd and long. Mayfield off his back foot. Wants Mike Evans. Got Mike Evans. Touchdown Tampa. Well protected. Zips one to a wide open DJ Moore. Well protected. Heaves end zone. It's Claypool. He threaded it through. Touchdown Chicago. Out of his own end zone. Intercepted by Shaq Barrett. Fighting at the goal line for a pick 6. That just might seal the deal for Tampa. They're down at 19. Fields over the middle. Claypool couldn't hang on. It's intercepted. 2.
Yep, the Bucs are 2-0. Don't ask me how or why, but they are. They're 2-0. 27-17 win over the Bears, the Bears are trash, guys. They're horrible. Like, that was a bad game. But yeah, the Bucs, they had a really good game. I'm gonna be honest with you, it was probably more the Bucs than the Bears. But Justin Fields 629 to 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I have yet to really see him go through a whole entire game. I'm like, yeah, he was really good from the pocket. He had a lot of nice decisions, a lot of nice throws. It just hasn't happened yet. Again, I don't know why they're trying to throw the football this much. Again, they ran the ball. What is it? Like, what are they doing? Offensively, it was just a complete crapshoot. But DJ Moore 6 for 104. He was okay. I don't think it was great, but yeah, he get not nice tackles. He could have ended easier on Justin Fields. Cole Kmet was good though. Chase Claypool, yeah, also a touchdown. That was pretty good. Robert Tonyan was trash. Again, their offense is just a mess. Defensively though, Tremaine Edmonds, CJ Edwards were on basically the field the whole game, making basically all the plays. Tyreek Stevenson was trash. Gervon Dexter Sr. was getting pressure, but that was about it. Their defensive line outside again, Gervon Dexter Sr. They were pretty bad. Again, they left linebackers to dry. Yannick Ngakoue did absolutely basically nothing. Yeah, not a great defensive performance as it stands right now. Bucs, yeah, Baker was awesome. 26-34, 217 touchdown. Didn't try to do anything stupid. Yeah, maybe one throw that could have been picked off. That was about it. The running game, again, it wasn't pretty. Sean Tucker, no, don't give him another carry. But Rashad White was pretty good overall. Mike Evans had a huge game, 6 for 171 and a touchdown. Chris Godwin was good, 5 for 58. Again, I like what I saw from this offense. Defensively, though, Jamel Dean, 7 tackles, yes, but could have been better. Ryan Neal, again, he's still not the same player I saw last year in coverage, but he was still pretty good. They had like 6 sacks. They dominated the offensive line. 2 picks, of course, as well. Shaq Barrett, of course, pick 6. Pray for his daughter in heaven. Yup, and yeah, again, it was definitely their best performance in a little bit. Chase McLaughlin did miss 1 kick, though. Yeah, stats-wise, I really don't care. Again, the Bucs had a lot more yardage. They dominated them in basically every facet. Again, a lot more time possession, too. This was just a bad game for, again, both, for the, Bears. Yeah, again, the Bears offense wasn't, Bucs offense wasn't crazy great, but they were really clean. I was impressed by how, like, just smooth of a football game they played. They were by no means beating the Bears in every down, but they made a lot of nice plays again. Baker wasn't trying to do anything crazy, which was huge. Yeah, big one for the Bucs. Or if this Bears offense, I said Justin has to get past his first read. He did at some points, but other points he didn't. Yeah, they did run a lot of levels concepts, but then again, like, the running backs just weren't getting their spots quick enough. Like, Roschon Johnson's the only guy I really think even, like, tried to. And, yeah, they did run a couple pin and posts, not from under center, though. I don't know what they were trying to do there. Cody Whitehair did not look athletic, so probably don't want to do that anymore. But Bears offense, 3 minuses. Again, the reason they're not getting lower is because you know what? You can't expect this offense to be consistent. So, the fact that they were really inconsistent, I can't really, like, blame them for it. It's just the fact, again, they were just a mess. Defensively, Chris Godwin did beat him a couple times over the middle, but it wasn't crazy. Eddie Jackson wasn't bad. DeMarcus Walker, again, their whole defensive line just wasn't good. So, just to put it bluntly, their defense is below average. That's how I'll put it. Defensively, I'll give them 3 minuses. They didn't really do anything special, but then again, they didn't really get cooked by any. Well, you know, I'll give them 4 minuses. They did kind of get cooked. Time for the Bears. My bad, the Bucs. Offensively, I said Baker has to keep up the efficiency. He did. The O-line was pretty good in the red zone. They weren't great, though. Yeah, again, I liked what they tried to do with the zone and gap scheme. Again, It wasn't perfect, but they, again, with your Chad White, it did work a little better. I like what they were doing from under center too, with the play action off of the run game. So I'm be honest, offensively, I'll give them 3 pluses. Wasn't their best game. They didn't like completely control the line or anything like that, but they were still really good. Defensively, Justin didn't really do anything. Again, outside the pocket. Jalen Johnson wasn't crazy great, but it was okay. He did give a couple yak plays to DJ Moore, but again, with the pick 6 and the fact that they just basically made it really hard, and the Bears' offense to get big plays was kind of huge. So I'll give them 2 pluses. It wasn't a great game, but they could have been worse. So I'll give them 2 pluses. Again, big one for the Bucs. Time for the next game, Packers and Falcons. Oh, choke job, Packers.
Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers are in Atlanta getting set to take on Bijan Robinson and the Atlanta Falcons.
From the 36-yard line on first down, Ritter hit as he got rid of the football, and it is picked off. Intercepted by Rasul Douglas. So here's Younghoe Koo. 24-yard attempt to give the Falcons a 3-0 lead. But on third down, rolling to his right now, takes off, and will pick up a first down and more. From the 9 on the toss, this is Reed, turns the corner, takes it to the end zone for a Packers touchdown. This set of downs for the Falcons on the toss. It's Robinson, couple of nice moves, out across the 45, and still going. 4 yards. Love on third down, throws to the end zone, incomplete. Jordan Love after the draft back in 2020, came out the same year. 33-yard attempt, Carlson knocks, Robinson picks up the first, and more. Ritter moving to his left, throws, end zone, touchdown, Drake London. There's Koo. Extra point attempt is no good from the Atlanta 32. Off the play fake. Love fires over the middle, and it's caught for a first down and a touchdown by Dontavian Wicks. Missed an extra point earlier. There's a 33-yard attempt from the left hash. It is good. Play action on first down. Pass is caught and taken into the end zone by Jaden Reed. Some trickery out of the Smith. Ritter going deep for Hollins. He's got it. Fourth down, it is Ritter. And Desmond Ritter is in for a Falcons touchdown. It's the catch. First down and more. Finally knocked out of bounds.
Get the ball next time, you only need a field goal.
Agreed. Kick is good.
And very quickly.
Nope. They run the play and pick up the first down. Robinson for the lead. Koo's kick from 25 yards out gives Atlanta. Love on 4th and 10, and a diving catch is made to keep this game alive. 13-yard pickup, but a penalty flag.
Yep, the Falcons, I don't know how they won this game, but they did. They found a way to win 25-24 against the Packers. Desmond Ritter at least threw the ball downfield. That's what I'll say about him. But they should not have won this game. The Packers definitely sold. But speaking of that, I'll talk about Jordan Love. So, I think he was 0 for 6 in the fourth quarter on third down for the Packers after, again, last week where he was awesome. Yeah, he didn't throw the ball downfield too much or really at all, but he did throw 3 touchdowns, which I guess is something. But yeah, we definitely didn't have a great game. And he did struggle sometimes with pressure. The running game was just pure dog crap. Like, I don't know how to put it. It was not good. A.J. Dillon maybe had like two or three nice runs. That's about it. Jaden Reed had 2 touchdowns on 4 catches. Davis Wicks had 2 catches for, again, that 32-yard touchdown. None of these receivers really were that crazy. Romeo Dobbs, I will say, was a little better than I thought he would be this week. Again, going against some of those corners. But overall, he wasn't, like, crazy, though. Defensively, again, Sammy Torrey, of course, dropped the, I guess the converting touch. It didn't really matter. They'd probably lose anyway. Quay Walker was pretty good. Devondre Campbell just didn't really fit the run well at all. Darnell Savage was not great. I really don't think their defense was bad. I just think they just kind of got beat on some plays. Like, Joe Barry definitely didn't have his best game calling plays. But But overall, I don't think it was like a terrible performance. They didn't get too much pressure after the first quarter, too. Like, it was just a off performance, to be honest. Falcons was, again, I said Desmond did throw the ball on field. Outside of the duck pick in the first quarter and probably a pick 6 by Jags that did get dropped. They're off. Again, their passing game was kind of wild. But I will say this. Where's Kyle Pitts? He did have one really good catch. Drake London finally did something. The running game, Tyler Algier definitely wasn't pretty, but they gave him a lot of stretch runs on like 3rd inches. So it's probably why I only got 3 yards per carry. But this running game did its thing. I don't know why they didn't give the ball to Cordero Patterson though. Defensively, really good performance in that second half. They really stepped it up. Jesse Bates did have some trouble again when it came to the run defense, but outside of that, it was fine. Caden Ellis was really good at 6 tackles and a sack. Defensively, again, they really just jumped on him in the fourth quarter. Young Oku hit his 4 field goals as well. Team stats-wise, again, the Falcons thoroughly outgained them. They had the ball a lot longer. The Falcons did deserve to win this game as it stands because they were much better up front for sure. But then again, the Packers get 3rd down, they should have won this game because of that. Because they did not make too many mistakes. I'll be honest. Falcons made a lot of mistakes. The Packers didn't make as many. But again, up front, they just were more talented, and they showed it throughout the whole game. That's really why they won it. The Packers didn't really get the ball too much either. Again, they just took advantage of what they got. So, good win for the Falcons. They're not having to clean some stuff up, though. Again, offensively, the Packers did a couple nice big plays. But, yeah, Jordan Love didn't throw the ball, in my opinion, enough. Again, Aaron Jones didn't really play. So, that you got to keep that in mind, too. Jesse Bates didn't really, again, they didn't make him a big part of the game. And, yeah. They did take 1 or 2 shots in 3rd and short. It was good there, though. Offensively, again, they just kind of fell asleep, and they got bullied up in the fourth quarter. So, for that reason, I have to give them a couple of minuses. But it wasn't, again, a terrible performance. They just kind of got beat. Defensively, don't let Tyler set up shot. Yeah, they were really good against Tyler Algier. They did contain Bijan somewhat. Again, they just weren't really good enough against Bijan. They didn't really tackle super well. And, again, they did make a couple mistakes. It's just the fact they were pretty bad. Again, they were bad. I don't know how to put this. They just kind of folded in the fourth quarter, too. Again, with just that happening, I have to give them 3 minuses. This defense definitely failed them in some ways. Time for the Falcons. And talking about Atlanta, yeah, they did get the ball to Bijan and Tyler a lot. Kyle Pitts didn't get the ball enough. Desmond Ridder did move the ball pretty well, though. Offensively, I'm actually giving them a plus, even though, again, they weren't great. Again, but Desmond came up when they needed to, and they made a lot of big plays, and their offensive line played really well. So, without I'll make them 2 pluses. I'll give them 2 pluses. Again, neither one of these teams exactly played a great game. It was kind of like a sloppy mudfest. But Falcons offense did come on. Defensively, I'm not even going to read this, because when you're that good in the fourth quarter, you're going to get 3 pluses. They played really well when it came down the stretch. So, great. Hats off to you, Falcons defense. And I'll give them 4 pluses. Now, let's get to one of the national games. Dang, this was a wild one. Seahawks Lions.
What a scene it is here in Detroit. This place is rocking already. It's week 2 of the NFL on Fox.
Out of the game, so Detroit a little banged up on this opening drive. 2nd and goal here. Walker walks in for the touchdown. What a drive for Seattle. First down, Goff protected. Going end zone, Reynolds hangs on. Touchdown. Protected, can't find anyone, knocked away, great play. He's old, has some time going down the far side of the field. It is caught, Noah Fant, the tight end, out of step.
Another example here.
45-yard attempt, Jason Myers, and it's no good, he hooked it. Gibbs, flea flicker, he's got a man, Goff loading up, Khalif Raymond, he's got it, touchdown Detroit. Here is Myers. Hold is good. Kick is up long enough, and it is no good. 4-man rush. Goff steps up, going deep on the Ross St. Brown. Got it! Lost it! Seattle picks it up. Let's see here. Julian Love has the fumble recovery.
Order is vital, guys.
First will need it from their D, and that's a pretty good start. Ball is loose on the ground, and I think Seattle's got it.
Drive in the red zone with 6.
Try to do it with the run game with Walker dancing outside, and he's in for the touchdown.
We're in one.
Yeah, you said it. Sure are. All tied. Here's Goff launching over the middle, and it is. Julian Love. Goff, St. Brown on the trap. He's got the first down. What a cool looking play. Montgomery again. Montgomery right up and in. Touchdown, Detroit. Normally very, very good. 25 yards on this one. Should be a gimme, and it is. On the fake, Gibbs picks up the blitz. Goff rolls, incomplete. On the fake, Smith has time. Lofting end zone. It is caught for the the touchdown. Tyler Lockett is pressure coming in again. Goff hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. There is Trey Brown, open to the end zone, and he's going to score. Time a factor. Here they go quick. Goff, first read not there. Second read is there. Touchdown Reynolds. Dancing away, still on his feet. Smith trying to make something happen. He's tackled inside the 5.
But he can't take that look.
Patterson boots it right down the middle. Overtime, here we go. Smith to throw. Pressure from Hutchinson. Runs away. Great throw. Lockett diving for the end zone. It's over. The Seahawks win it.
Yep, the Seahawks escape Detroit with a 37-31 win to avoid an 0-2 start. The Lions, on the other hand, Jesus, Jared, come on, bro. You got to be better than that. That pick six was not good. Yeah, the Seahawks, though, again, they figured it out. Geno looked like his old self, my bad. Again, first half wasn't crazy great, but again, he just pulled it away. DK Metcalf and him had a really good connection, 6 for 75 for him. Of course, Tyler with those 2 crazy touchdowns and 8 for 59 as well. Their running attack was not great. Their offensive line was not great either. But Geno just, again, he dealt with it. And again, he just made the throws he needed to. And he got the ball to a lot of different guys. JSN, I did think, played pretty well. Defensively, Julian Love, again, was probably their best run defender today. Again, he wasn't great against the run, but not against the run. He wasn't great in coverage, but it worked out well. Trey Brown, probably the MVP of this game with the pick 6, 4 tackles and a sack. Kind of saved the game for him. Again, not saved it, but kind of put him in the right spot. Again, this was a back-and-forth game. Draymond Jones also had a sack. It was Shannon Owosu, Darrell Taylor got absolutely no pressure. Devon Witherspoon did look a little rusty. And Quandre Diggs wasn't great either. So, their defense definitely had some guys that contributed and some guys that absolutely didn't. Jason Myers, though, did not make it any easier on this team because he did miss 2 field goals. Lions-wise, though, Jared Goff, outside of the pick 6, he was pretty good, but I definitely think that the fact they don't really have a guy you can just chuck it downfield to. Again, Khalif Raymond had the 39-yard touchdown, but he needs Jameson Williams back. They need a guy who can just legitimately be a deep threat. Outside of that, the running game wasn't great. Yeah, David Montgomery had a couple nice carries, but after he came out, it was not the same team. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a couple good catches, but he did struggle with separation at times. Josh Reynolds, again, 2 touchdowns. He's his guy. Sam LaPorta, a really good game. I'm excited to see what he can do in the future. Defensively, they were just hot garbage. I don't know what to say. There's problems with this defense. There's a couple reasons. Number one, they're not disciplined coverage. They really don't have a corner who can just truly stick in a zone. I like Kirby Joseph a lot, but he missed a lot of plays. This dude in zone coverage is one of the most valuable assets for a team in the league because he's just so dynamic in zone. But when he can't get those big plays, it really sucks because he could have had at least 3 pick sixes this game. He really made it hard on Geno Smith. But outside of that, no one really played super well. Again, they did have a couple of nice pressure plays, but that's about it. This defense has some work to do. Team stats-wise, again, both teams got a lot of yards. It was an offensive game. Again, the Lions had 3 turnovers. That was kind of what it was like, too. Time possession, basically both teams were pretty even. Both offensive lines were pretty good. Again, very even across the board. Just the 3-0 turnover ratio, I do think it was probably the deciding factor, even though, again, the Lions could have definitely won this game. And looking at Seattle, I wanted their offense to be good in the second half. They did exactly that. The running game was bad. DK was good, though. And, yeah, they did get the ball to JSN nicely. So, I'm going to be honest, I'll give their offense 3 pluses. Again, wasn't a pretty game, but they figured it out. I'll give them 4 pluses. 37 points, 37 points. Defensively, they were really good against the run. Again, Reek Wallen was decent. Julian Love played really well. So, I'm going to be honest, I'll give the Seahawks defense, I'll give them a plus. They definitely didn't have their best game, but they could have been worse. And again, they forced 3 turnovers too. Again, 31 points is never something you want to give up, but that Lions offense was humming coming into the game. So keeping that in mind, you just gotta you gotta give them a little slack a little there too. Time for the Lions. Of course, 3 turnovers on offense. They didn't run the ball as much as I thought they would. Jared Goff was pretty good, not great. And they didn't run a fake punt. I definitely think they could have been a little more risky, too. The 4th downs they were running were just kind of stupid, too. So, I don't know. This Lions offense could have been, it just felt like there was a lot more. They were good. They're kind of good. I'll give them 2 minuses because of the turnovers. Defensively, they were not good. I just said it. Schematically, there's something wrong. 3 minuses. Not it. Now let's get the first game of the CBS doubleheader that was happening yesterday. Not what anyone expected, but here were the highlights.
Jacksonville, the Chiefs and the Jaguars, these 2 head coaches share a lot of history going back to Peterson's playing days and then serving under Andy Reid as a coach. The opening kick fell on CBS crew. Logan Cook, the punt. Richie James. Oh, he drops the ball. Jacksonville's got it. James couldn't say
To the white or not, potentially in, the second one not.
And a chip shot here for the veteran Brandon McManus. The time and rips one downfield to Justin Watson. Loses the ball at the end of the play. Jaguars jump on it. 2nd and 14. Mahomes loads it up. Gonna take a shot. Deep ball. Intercepted. Flying in. Cisco. Electing to go for it on 4th and 5. Lawrence is sacked at the 49. Kansas City comes up huge. Chris Jones career
Throwing that football downfield.
and now a rhythm here for KC. Mahomes swings it for the touchdown. Caught by Moore. Lawrence, short drop, the throw. Oh, terrific grab by Ridley. 49-yard attempt. Trying to get points on the board. McManus leans into it. Straight through. Are you anchoring in Portland now? Give it to Pacheco, and Pacheco turns on the speed. 6 defensive backs for Jacksonville. Deep drop. Mahomes will loft it in the air. It is caught by Watson. Kelsey, the motion man. Low snap. Mahomes moving pocket. Mahomes floats it up. Caught. Touchdown, Travis Kelsey. With his particular formation on that right side. Tony loses the ball. Scoops it back up and will absorb a huge loss. Not getting a workout.
Let's just say it's accumulated.
Lawrence, he's going to go long, and it's caught by Kirk. At the first play that they ran after getting to the 1 to fall in the wrong direction. McManus sprays that one through, and less than a yard. Mahomes on a give, and that's a first down run by Pacheco. He's been clutch and reliable throughout his career. Butker nails it. 4th down. Lawrence, step to the end zone. It's caught, but Calvin Ridley was out. Mahomes on 3rd down and 6. Mahomes stops, floats it up. It is caught wide open. Sky Moore. And Moore will get.
Yep, the Chiefs went into Jacksonville and won a defensive battle. Really disappointing game overall. I don't know how to put this, but the theme of this game was a lot of missed opportunities for both teams. But for the Chiefs, Mahomes played his game, 29-41, 305, 2 touchdowns, interception. Yeah, he had the one arm punt interception, but he did throw a good pass. He did throw a bomb to Justin Watson as redemption later. The running game was pretty good. Isaac Pacheco, again, that kind of was hindered by the fact he had a really long run. I think it was a 30-yard run, but the running game wasn't good at all. Again, Mahomes just had to make a lot of nice throws. But yeah, the Chiefs, they did struggle with the football a little bit. Sky Morgan, that huge touchdown, and then the conversion as well on that 3rd down. Down play, Justin Watson first caught that one pass. Kadarius Toney was much better. He also blocked pretty well. Travis Kelsey has a slow way to start his season, but he was good also at the touchdown. Jared Cannon definitely got more involved than last week. Only got 1 carry, though. You can see why. L'Jarius Sneed, 6 tackles. I think he was decent. There's just, there's something missing there. Nick Bowen, 5 tackles. Justin Reed, 5 tackles. Again, a lot of guys did contribute. They got some good pressure, too. In the red zone, they really stiffened up. These corners were a lot better on their half of the field, too. So, again, they weren't, perfect defensively. But, again, giving up no touchdowns is definitely something to be happy about. Trevor Lawrence missed a lot of hard throws. Again, they had a lot of passes that were just, caught but out of down. Stuff like that. You got to just make some of those plays. The running game was pretty unimpressive either. Wasn't very impressive either, my bad. Christian Kirk had 11 catches. He got targeted too much. Calvin Ridley, what the hell? Bro, you got to be better than that. Yeah, it wasn't a good game offensively. Evan Stone made a couple plays, though. Foyce Oluokun was much better in coverage than I thought he would be, but he did miss a couple tackles. Clavon Chasedown was probably their best passer as it stands. Tyson Campbell wasn't great, but he could have been worse. Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker were nowhere to be seen, and Under Cisco again had the arm pump pick. So, yeah. Again, Brandon McManus was solid kicking-wise. Was probably the biggest takeaway for them. But, yeah, it wasn't a good game for the Jags. But 4 total yards for the Chiefs is pretty good. But they did have 3 turnovers. Got to keep that in mind, too. Of course, the muff punt. So, just all that in mind. It was a sloppy game overall. But I would say this Chiefs offensive line was better, and pass pro was, pretty good. Not great, though. Neither team was going 3rd down. For a defensive battle, it shouldn't have been, but it was. Again, the Chiefs did come on top. Pretty quick with the Chiefs offense. Again, I said don't be bad, I guess. I don't know how else to put it. Offensively, I'll give them an Eagles 9. They weren't good. They weren't terrible. They did their job. I don't know. They were whatever. Defensively, though, I'll give them 3 pluses. The reason they're not getting any higher is because they did have to get the... I'll give them 4 pluses. But Chris Jones coming back obviously made a difference. He did have a snap count, but I definitely think if he played the whole game, he would have had these numbers for sure. I think he did put Trevor in a trash can, too. Now let's talk about the Jags. Alright, offensively for the Jags, I said they've got to have efficiency over potential in the run game. Nah, they tried to hit those big runs. Zay Jones did absolutely nothing, and they did turn over the football once, so they could have been worse at the end. They just missed so many opportunities. You can't win games with the Chiefs when you do that. 3 minuses. But they could have been worse. Defensively, I'll give them 4 minuses. Felt like the Rams game. Defensively, they didn't get toasted, but they did give up a lot of guys over the top. So, just with all that in mind, I gotta give them I gotta give them a minus. But they weren't bad. They could have been better though. So I got there. I don't even what the hell was this game? Oh my god.
James Conner leads the Arizona Cardinals in their home opener against another star running back in Saquon Barkley and the New York Giants. Gonna try to do one right here. Ends up going left instead. On this field last year, he gets the fake and he's in the block. Dobbs, deep shot, and Wilson has it for a first down in the red zone. The 9th play of the drive is a Conner touchdown. Third and 5, Dobbs dancing. Nothing downfield, now throws, and he's got a man and a first down. Caught by Dobbs stepping up. Stepping away, taking off with speed. Inside the 10, powering to the end zone. What a run for Joshua Dobbs. And it's a 3-score lead. Jones underneath, off the hands, and Jalen Thompson has the interception. Prater is true again. Giants. Start from the 25. Jones is going to go deep. Got a man out there. And it is caught by the rookie, Jalen Ryan. 2nd and 7 here, KP. Jones keeps it. Got the space. And a touchdown. Well, fresh set it out for Arizona. Right back to Conner. Makes the inside cut. Sheds another tackler. And it's 1st and goal inside the 5. Marquise Brown in the backfield. They throw it to Brown out of the backfield, and he walks in for a touchdown. A response in kind by Arizona. It's Barkley, and it's a touchdown. Jones is going to pass. Looking for Barkley, diving to the pylon, in for the touchdown. It started. Jones was looking deep. Nothing there, so he'll run it. And an athletic play to stay in bounds and pick up a first down. They are looking to take a shot, and they will take a shot. Going on top for Hyatt, and the rookie does it again. Down to the 18 of his throws. End zone shot. It's caught by Hodgins for the touchdown. They're an extra point away from coming all the way back. On offense, Barkley against the run blitz. Spins to the outside. Shutting tackles. A purposeful run for Saquon Barkley down near the 21-yard. Amy Gillen. Good hold, and the kick is through. The Giants have come all the way back for their first lead of the season. Launching away. It is knocked down, and the New York Giants put together one of their biggest comebacks in 99 years of Giants football.
Here's the thing about tanking. There's one thing about hiding your tank, and there's one thing about saying this. We're just going for it. The Cardinals are doing exactly that. They were up 20-0 at halftime. Yeah, the Giants got outscored 60-0 in their first 6 quarters. What the heck? They were up also 28-7. Bro, what the heck? The Giants, they're bad. They're not good. They did come back. I'll give you that. actually the best quarterback I've ever seen. Touchdown, pick, and offensive throw, whatever. Saquon was definitely not great on the ground, but I do definitely think he could have been worse. Of course, you got the ankle. He was great too. Daniel Jones, pretty good on the ground. I think he definitely could have been a little more explosive, though. He did run the ball times, though. Jalen Hyatt caught 2 bombs, did his thing. Darren Waller was pretty good. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Isaiah had to use the whole game, too. Defensively, Jason Pinnock got hurt. Xavier McKinney was not great. Well, again, they did the whole defense, like, tailed 2 halves, and no one got a sack. I don't really care. They did get pressure. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, Josh Dobbs, holy crap. He looked good in that first half. In the second half, probably could have put someone, put a trash can. I mean, not even a trash can. You probably could have put, like, Zach Wilson out there. He would have done basically anything. Like, anything else. Like, Josh Dobbs did absolutely nothing in the second half. Yeah. Like, he did 0. Josh Jacobs, James Conner did run the ball well, though. All the receivers played pretty well the whole game, even though, like, towards the end, they did kind of get some trouble separation. It wasn't definitely a bad game by then, like, from half to half, too. Defensively, again, collapsed. They didn't get a lot of pressure, though. I'll give them that. Jalen Thompson was that big interception, but yeah, tailed you after this defense, too. Matt Prater also missed the take the first drive. Again, Giants did more yards, they had a lot more. Again, a ton of those yards in the second half. Again, the Giants offensive line was pretty bad as it stands still. Again, it's just like, again, they came back from 20-7. Like, yeah. Pure's come out for the Giants, they saved their season, kind of, and they had the Cardinals keep their tank going. Alright, those Giants, up to said Saquon getting 20+ carries, he kind of got that. Daniel Jones did piss his pants, but it was okay. And O-line, they did try to, but it didn't work out. Offensively, again, it was a tail 2 halves. I'll give them an equal sign. I don't care if they came back. I'll give them a plus, because they did come back. But yeah, that's about it. Defensively, they were bad, and then they were good. So, again, +2. The Giants are getting pluses because they came back from 20-7. Nothing more. Cardinals offense seized the tank, so I will give them a plus for that. Defensively, the Giants will sell if you guys do exactly what you did last week. You guys sold because you didn't know what you were doing in the second half because you tried to run man and you realized, oh, we don't really have many corners. Oh, crap. So, defensively, I don't really know what I'll give you. I'll probably give you like 5 minuses. Yeah, you can't collapse like that. Let's talk about the 49ers and Rams now. Dang it.
Only thing better than silencing some haters is silencing the team you hate.
Firing!
Second down and 2. McCaffrey up the middle, inside the 10, a stiff arm at the 5, and in for the touchdown! Hold it. Brett Maher's field goal just sneaks through. Since he's taken over as the starting quarterback. Toss play McCaffrey with blockers in front. Has a crease. McCaffrey with speed down the sideline. McCaffrey one man to beat. A little hesitate. And the kick is good.
The Rams turns into a positive.
First and goal from the 6. Stafford, Williams, blockers in front. The cutback and the touchdown. Motion on 3rd and 1. Williams towards the goal line, pushing through for the touchdown.
22 personnel.
But Purdy will sneak it in for the touchdown. Brock Purdy. Offensive side that he's played in his career is Stafford eludes the rush and finds Kyron Williams a first down.
That boy's really good.
Second down and 16. Stafford. Oh, no. From 57, his career long at Michigan was 59. Moody's kick is on the way, and it is good. On first down, off the play fake again. With time, Purdy to the sideline, and a juggling attempt in the catch.
Cover everything.
Here's Samuel to the edge, steps through a tackle, now cuts it back. Deebo Samuel through traffic for the touchdown. Good snap, good hold. Maher's kick is good. 3rd and 5. Stafford over the middle, intercepted by Lenore.
Sometimes these rushers inside, they drop out underneath those routes.
26-yard field goal good. Kick for Maher is on the way, and that'll be the final play.
Yep, 49ers won their 9th straight regular season matchup against the Rams. I don't know how do I put this? First half, the Rams offense was sizzling. The 49ers offense had a couple big plays that really helped them out. It shouldn't have been tied at halftime. It was just like, it was really unlucky, the last second thing. they had also a lot of mistakes. Second half though, the Rams offense just fell into like they just didn't really do much. Joe Noble, the Rams right that guard, who's probably the best player in the game there, and he got hurt. I don't think they ran the ball super well either. Tutu Atwood against many catches. Again, unfortunate with the Kyron Williams drop, and then the other pick, Ben Jefferson route was bad. He had a really rough game. Yeah, that's kind of what you got. And then for the 49ers, I really think the Rams defense played really well in the second half. Yeah, the one TD drop, but I kind of expected that. And again, because they're just not talented, like one of the least talented on defenses, probably the least talented, and they figured it out. Again, I like what the Rams defense did, but then again, just couldn't hold. Brock Purdy was pretty good. Again, he did miss a couple of deep throws that probably would have made this game a blowout, but outside of that, he was pretty good. Definitely had to work for it, though. CMC, outside of a couple big runs, he really didn't do too much. The Rams defense actually did a pretty good job against him outside of those big runs. Theo Samuel had the one, like, fluky touchdown, didn't do much after that. Brock Purdy did have a sneak touchdown, of course, at the end and a half. John Jennings got one deep pass. That's about it for them. Again, no receiver really played that well at all. George Kittle, I will say, was pretty serviceable, though. Defensively, Fred Warner his thing, of course, at the sack. Troyer's board was actually pretty bad. Diamond Lenore and Isaiah Oliver. I would say Isaiah Oliver was the best defensive player, in my opinion. I was very impressed by the way he played. Tayshaun Gibson Sr. actually in Kaluna Funga. They were both pretty good over the top, but weren't great either. Meanwhile, for the Rams, Matt Stafford did have 2 picks. One of them you could have said was his fault. The other one literally went off Kyron Williams' hands. Who I really do think is a pretty explosive player. They do need another running back, though. Yeah, he had 120 yards and a touchdown, though, for sure. Puka Nacua. Why are we throwing him the ball this much? Well, because he's pretty freaking good. But then again, like, you can't give a guy 20 targets. Like, he's going to die. But yeah, he broke the record for most receptions by a rookie in a game and most reception by a rookie in their first 2 games, and first rookie ever with 110 plus catches and 100 plus receiving yards in the first 2 games. Tutu Atwell could have had a touchdown, but ran the wrong route. But outside of that, I think Tutu played pretty well. Yeah, he'll learn from it. Defensively, Ernest Jones was really good. Byron Young also had a sack. Aaron Donald got a lot of pressure, but just really couldn't get in the backfield. Kobe Durant was not good, though. Michael Hoyt, yeah, he still had a couple plays from like, yeah, just stay outside. But I do think Michael Hoyt, he's gone. He started to make plays setting the edge. So overall, I do think this defense, again, I was impressed by what they did. Just the fact they held them to 30 points. But yeah, good performance. The Rams actually had more yards, if you didn't know. Yeah, 2 turnovers again. That was really the difference. But yeah, Rams tried their best. They almost won, but it was a tough game. Yeah, that's how I'll put it. Let's get right into the keys of the game grades for both these teams. If this 49ers offense, I wanted Brock Purdy to stay clean. He did. Debo did kind of do his usual thing. CMC was pretty good. Just didn't have that much time. I will say the 49ers offense did feed off the crowd a little bit too. I'll give them a plus. It wasn't their best game, but they did do what they needed to when it comes down to it. So yeah, that's what I'll give them. Defensively, Nick Bosa again wasn't perfect, but he did play a little well. I don't know. It was okay. Drake Jackson definitely didn't do much. And then the safeties, they did cover the back end somewhat well, but this defense, again, didn't really play super well either. Again, I will give them 2 pluses, though, because they did take advantage of the Rams' mistakes, but they didn't play that well either. Again, the 49ers didn't play their best game, then again, they just kind of figured out because they're a lot more talented than the Rams. And speaking of that, this Rams offense didn't really run the ball as much as I thought they would, but then again, like, they kind of really didn't have the chance to at some points, too, so I understand why they didn't. Like, other cases, I would be mad, but yeah. Matt was pretty good. Yeah, Matt Stafford at the end. Yeah, he did his job. The O-line, again, they just fell apart kind of towards the end, but honestly, offensively, I'm not too mad at what they did. I'll give them a plus. Defensively, I'm not giving them 3 pluses. I was really impressed by what they did in the second half. Again, I get the fact that first half they did look a little sloppy, but then you can't have super high expectations for this defense. I like what I saw. Rams played a pretty, offensive, I'll give them an equal sign, but yeah, just a couple too many mistakes. That's kind of why the Rams lost, but they had a really good shot at winning that game. Now let's get that was probably the wildest game of the week. Commanders and Broncos.
It's a gorgeous 80-degree Sunday here in Denver, where better than 71,000 have jammed into Empower Field at Mile High for a Week 2 battle.
Sean Payton, as this game goes on, will find great matchups to try and use.
Little pitch play. This is Javonte Williams breaking free. Little trickery, misdirection. Wilson has him fooled. This is the rookie Jaleel McLaughlin, and it's a Sunday walk in the park for the rookie. The chance for Joey Slye. They had a box snap earlier, missed from 49. This one from 44. And this has been one of the top statistical defenses in the league. Wilson's going to take a shot. Has his man. It's caught. Wide open. It's Mims. Touchdown. Samaje Perine onto the field for the Broncos on 2nd and 6. Little sidearm delivery. First down and more. Touchdown. Brandon Johnson. Wilson This is where he's been so deadly in his career, but what pursuit. Jamin Davis. Football came loose.
One up and tackle, so expect him to continue to attack that side.
Where does Wilson go here? 3rd and 4. Slinging it far side. Perfect pass. It's caught.
You've got to keep Sam Howell in the pocket. Don't let him extend.
4th down. Pass to the end zone. It is caught. Logan Thomas.
You could punch.
On 3rd and 11. Could be a free play. Flags fly. Howell dropping a dime. Cheeseman is the holder, or the snapper, I should say. Way the holder. Howell slinging it to the end zone. Was it caught? Yes. McLaurin. Touchdown.
Sweat, and then the 2 inside guys.
Scary. 3rd down pass. That one is. Was it picked?
Play to just force a field goal.
Will Lutz trying to put those fresh set of downs for Washington. Robinson breaking tackles, breaking free. Robinson still going. Inside down. And a gamer dumps it off here. This is Gibson. Gibson's got some blockers. Gibson inside the 30. Gibson finally tackled.
You've got to keep him in the pocket.
1st and goal. Robinson, and he is in for the Washington touch. Passing in this game. 1st down and more. Robinson, and he's in. Touchdown. A couple of kicks that he missed last week. That botched onside kick to begin the game. Kicked all those years for Sean Payton in New Orleans. And it leashes towards the end zone. It is deflected in the air.
You've got to be disciplined here if you're Washington.
Wilson to the end zone. Batted down.
Okay, game summary. Commanders went down 21-3 on a couple of bombs from Russell Wilson, and then they came back with a couple of turnovers. Sam Howell turned into, I don't even know what he turned into, like God, I guess. And Hail Mary, and then the Broncos broncoed, I guess. Yeah. The Commanders are now 2-0. Don't ask me how they are, but they are. And the Broncos are now 0-2, and don't ask me how, but they are. Oh, yeah, if you didn't know, the Broncos actually have the most points per drive in the whole entire NFL. So you're saying this offense is bad? They're not bad. They just really frustrated me at the end of the game. But yeah, Sam Howell, 27, 39, 299 through 2 touchdowns. The first 3 drives, he was terrible. Missed a couple big throws, but after that, he was awesome. Of course, Terry McLaurin had that huge 30-yard touchdown. The running game was explosive and really nasty. Antonio Gibson probably should have got more carries, but of course, he had that huge catch and run as well. Logan Thomas also caught a touchdown before he got hit. We'll get to Kareem Jackson in a little bit, but yeah, this offense was sizzling after that play. Defensively, Deron Payne had a sack. Again, they got a ton of pressure the whole game. I'll give them that. Emilio Forms almost dropped that pick, though. They were not good. Don't get me wrong. This Broncos offense burned the Commanders' secondary. They did not play well. Like Cameron Curl, not good. But they got a lot of pressure on the defensive line. Getting Chase Young back looked like a completely different group. I liked a lot of what I saw. Yeah, Joey Slide missed 2 kicks. One of them I don't really fault him for. The other one, yeah, shouldn't have missed that one. Russell Wilson, yeah, take away the Hail Mary. His numbers aren't as good, but yeah, Russell Wilson was pretty good the whole game. Again, he did some plays I'm gonna check it down, but I actually don't think it was too bad. The play calling wasn't good the whole game. It really wasn't that great. But then again, like it wasn't terrible either. Like all these receivers get really good. Marvin Mims Jr. of course was their big deep threat. Cortland Sutton, why the heck are you changing your name, bro? He was pretty good. Jerry Jeudy, again, coming back, he did make a difference. Of course, Brandon Johnson did have 2 touchdowns. Again, I get the fact that they just kind of fell asleep after going up 21-3, but again, the play calling after that was just gone to crap. Again, they didn't run the ball the way I think they should have. And Samaje Perine getting 1 carry is, again, inexcusable. Justin Simmons, I don't think was that bad. He played pretty physical and, again, took over the defense over the top. Kareem Jackson, he might get suspended for what he did, back-to-back games. I said like make big hits because I did like the tone he was setting. Again, that was a really bad hit in week 1. But with the thing he had with Logan Thomas, that just can't happen. Like, bro, you got to show what that. Nick Vino out of sack. They're actually getting pretty good pressure. So if you're saying, yeah, they don't get pressure. Again, I get the fact it was more the start of the game. They did get, I think they were getting pressure towards the end of it too. A little inconsistent, but I did like what the defense did. Stats-wise, again, both teams had a lot of yardage. Again, 2-0 turnover ratio, that's a big difference. And you can't give up 7 sacks, Broncos O-line. That was not good. Neither team was particularly good on 3rd down either. It was just a crazy, wild, sloppy Commander-Bronco game. Commanders offense, I said run the ball for over 4.5 yards per carry and 2+ yards per attempt. yards created per attempt by the line. They did that. They ran the ball really well. Sam has to chill on the speed of the progression. Yup, he was good at pre-snap after when it came to the second half. Offensively, again, it was kind of an up and a really down game, but I'll give them 3 pluses. You know, I'll give them 4 pluses. Again, 35 points is 35 points. They took advantage of every drive they got. Really took on the chance with the momentum. I like what they did. Defensively, again, it was night and day between their back end and their front. So just having that in mind, I'll give them the equal sign. They should not. They should not have won that. That defense was really bad in the secondary. They were just that bad. So equal sign is what I gotta give them. Now let's talk about the Broncos. Again, like the Commanders, they had a really up and down game, but their downs were really down. That's why I have to give them the minus. But they just fell short. Again, this offense they were pretty good. Again, Russell Wilson was allowed to cook, but Jesus, you can't miss that conversion. Again, they shouldn't have even been in that situation, but I don't care. Yeah, minus. Defensively, Justin Simmons needs to be more dynamic in coverage. He was pretty dynamic. I like what I saw there. Kareem Jackson, again, I already talked about him. He can't do that. And then Randy Gregory was actually a little better. So, defensively, again, they kind of just got cooked. So, I'll give them 3 minuses. But they weren't as bad as Commanders' defense, as all things said. Even though they kind of weren't that bad. Okay, that's all got there. Broncos again blew that 21-3 lead. Now, let's get to the doubleheader game. Jets and Cowboys. How did it go? Here are the highlights.
The NFL are on Zach Wilson to see how he will shoulder his return role as starting quarterback of the New York Jets, replacing the injured Aaron Rodgers.
Here's a 1st and 10, looking down the field, going deep, and he's got him again. It's Lamb. Dak looking left, going left. There he is, 87. Ferguson with the touchdown.
It's off the ball as fast as anyone.
There he gets him. It is Parsons who decks him back at the 21.
Professional soccer player right out of Plano, local kid, 32. Good fake down the middle.
Oh, he ripped it. He got Garrett Wilson in stride, and this is going the distance.
Boy, that's surprising on 3rd and long.
Here's 1st and goal, and he's got another touchdown pass with a flag down. 55 attempts. 34 yards out, and the replacement for Greg Zuerlein. 3 in one night. Now Aubrey 21 yards away. And converts on the chip. Here's Dalvin Cook, who's done very little so far. Parsons is waiting for him, and he knocks him down for a loss of a couple. Oh, the ball is out. Parsons is running with a football kicking coach. Went through the USFL with Birmingham. This is 55 yards. Wow. Can he kick it?
And that's good.
Up the middle, giving chase. Flag is out. Ball intercepted. Made field goal of the day, Aubrey. Boy, he makes it look so simple.
Or throw it away. Perfect.
2nd and 15. Gonna launch it. Wilson. And it's intercepted.
In that play out.
Intercepted by Diggs.
Like this.
By Diggs, and he falls at the feet of Michael Carter.
Yeah, the Cowboys stomped on the Jets. Zach Wilson was about as bad as you could get. I don't know how to say. It was a rough game for the Jets. Their defense didn't show up either. That's also a pretty big reason why they lost. Cowboys, they've outscored their opponents, 70-10 in the first 2 weeks. It's pretty bad. Okay, Zach Wilson, I'll give him credit. He threw his 3 interceptions in the 4th quarter when the game was kind of already over. So that's, I guess, accomplishment. But he missed a lot of throws. Their only really offense at all was a 68-yard catch and run by Garrett Wilson, who needs to get traded because he's literally the only good guy in this offense. Allen Lazard did absolutely nothing. Tyler Conklin at least make some plays. The running game. Why didn't they run the ball 40 different times? I will give them credit. Breece Hall only got 4 carries. That's literally inexcusable. The run game, I will say, could have been worse. I mean, a lot better, but they didn't run the ball at all. Defensively, no one showed up. Sauce has been pretty bad the first 2 weeks. John Franklin Myers, I will say, got a lot of pressure, but he got getting some bad penalties. Solomon Thomas was their only sack. No one on this defense played well. There's really nothing else to say. Meanwhile, the Cowboys, Dak really wasn't that crazy great, but again, he had a lot of throws he needed to, made a lot of nice decisions with it as well. The running game was pretty bad, though. I will say that's the one good thing about this Jets defense. They did at least somewhat stopped the run. CeeDee Lamb at 11 for 143, probably huge game. Tony Pollard had a couple nice catches against Jake Ferguson, Luke Schumacher, tight ends, both had touchdowns. Offensively, I wouldn't say they had their way, but they definitely had a really good game. Defensively, they did their thing. They had 3 picks. They imposed their will in the fourth quarter. Micah Parsons murdered Zach Wilson. They did exactly what you expect them to do. Obviously, Brandon Aubrey had 5 field goals too. So people have him fantasy. Good job. I mean, good for you, I guess. Yeah, both offensive lines, again, weren't crazy great. I will say the Cowboys offensive line definitely didn't play as well as I thought they would be able to. They did the ball for, like, basically triple the amount of time that the Jets had it. Like, that's kind of what I got. Pure domination. 4-0 turnover ratios. Jesus, Jets, you got your butt smacked. And, yeah, by no means offensively did the Jets offense really, like, I guess you kind of expected it. But, yeah, Zach was terrible. The whole offense was bad. 8 minuses. Jesus. Defensively, pick 6 and you win. You didn't get a pick 6. They didn't show up either. Dumpster. You know, I'll give them 5 minuses because at least they stopped the run somewhat. Alright, this Cowboys offense, Dak can't throw a pick 6. He didn't. Tony Pollard did get a lot of, they got more than 20 carries. I don't think they should have given that many carries. Whatever. CeeDee Lamb got enough targets, though. Offensively, again, they didn't really have their way, but they did get to do a lot of what they wanted to do. 4 pluses. Cowboys defense dominate the line. They did do that pretty well. They did contain, they did play really well against Breece Hall. Defensively, I don't know what to say, like, business is business. I'll give them 5 pluses. The reason they're not getting more is because it's Zach Wilson, but yeah, they played really well. Again, the Cowboys, they just imposed their will on the Jets. The Jets, holy crap, you got a tough schedule coming up. Now let's get to Sunday Night Football. Here are the highlights from that.
It's a beautiful September Sunday night in the hub of New England, Boston, Mass. And we're about 30 miles south.
All-pro kicker, 2020. First on the score sheet tonight. Nate coming now. Stevenson stays into block. Good throw over the middle of Pop Douglas. Mario Douglas lost the football. Trying to get it on it was Stevenson.
And then you'll see something completely different.
Hill in motion again to Waddle on that same side. Dancing, weaving, Waddle on the run. Inside the 20 and he stumbles at the 15. Give to Mostert. Got a good block on the edge and Mostert's to the end zone for the touchdown. Durham Smythe, the tight end. They look ready to come. They bring 5. Jones hit by Van Ginkel. It all comes out. And it's his first field goal attempt as a Patriot. And Ryland knocks it through.
Picks will be forthcoming here.
And a timeout. Clock starts. Tua looks, throws. Touchdown, Tyreek Hill. Chain and Ingold are the 2 backs who are in. And Tua throwing sideline for Waddle, goes up and pulls it in for the Dolphins and Jason Sanders. Patriots went on late. They got a piece of it. It was blocked off the edge by Brendan Schooler from the 22. Jones to Parker. Picked off. Let's see. The ball is ruled with hats down because the receiver was out of bounds.
Let's go score a touchdown.
Mac Jones going to keep this one and throw to the end zone. Touchdown, Hunter Henry. Man from the 45, here's Tua, looking deep, taking a shot downfield for Tyreek, underthrown, intercepted, the rookie Christian Gonzalez. And he sees those double teams all the time with the great gunners in the history of the league. Mostert takes off and goes the distance for the touchdown. So the Patriots defense worked, and Stevenson goes in for the touchdown. And the Patriots go 75 yards down the field.
Give her that trick play.
Sanders missed it.
Mac Jones.
Here comes Chubb. Jones throws. It's caught. The safety flips it back. It's brought in by Strange, the offensive lineman.
To review, the runner was down short of the line of game.
Yeah, the Patriots fall to 0-2 for the first time since 2001. The Dolphins are now 2-0 for the second straight season, or is it third straight? No, second straight. Tua, again, he had the one pick where he definitely underthrew that ball. There's no way around that. But after that, again, Tua did his thing. He didn't get destroyed again. The Patriots defense, they're really good. the Dolphins offense definitely got held in at a minimum there. Who was patient the whole game, again, took that one arm punch shot, but whatever. The Dolphins did play a good offensive game. They ran the ball super well. Brahimo scores the 43-yard touchdown. Does kind of skew his numbers a little bit, but yeah, they ran the ball pretty well again. They got a lot of nice holes. I liked a lot what I saw there. Jalen Waddle, of course, 4 for 86 before he got the concussion. Tyreek Hill, pretty solid game overall, playing underneath again. They really were capped at like the 10-yard mark, so you got to keep that in mind there. Defensively, though, Javon Holland was really good. Xavier Howard was with the pick. He was really good as well. They had 4 sacks. They were getting a lot of pressure, making it really hard in the New England offense to really breathe at all. And Christian Wilkins, holy crap, was he just dominating City stuff. Wait, was it City stuff? Whatever, I forgot who their left guard was. Or is it, I'm literally brain for it. It might have been, it wasn't Michael Allen, it was the other guy. It was this guy. Yeah, it was Cole Strange. Cole Strange had a rough game. He did almost get a touch. He almost got the first down though on the end of the game. Deshaun Elliott was also pretty good. Defensively, they had a pretty solid day. Patriots-wise, Mac Jones didn't look great. Yeah, that's what I'll put it. Missed a lot of throws. Again, he tried to throw over the middle every single time. He should have looked outside a little more. The running game wasn't great at all, though. I'll give him that. Devontae Parker being your leading receiver is not great either, though. None of these guys really did much at all. Hunter Henry really the only guy who had, really had a big impact. Christian Gonzalez scored 6 tackles on that big pick. Congrats on him for his first in his career. Matt Judon on a sack. No one was really getting pressure. Josh Uche was a huge disappointment. And yeah, that was not a great defense. Again, defensively, again, they put a cap on the 10-yard mark, which is basically an tick. They did make it tough, so I'm not mad with the way they played by any means. But yeah, I was a little disappointed that they didn't really make a couple more plays because they did get some chances. Again, neither team really had a ton of yards. Again, 390 for them. Yeah, again. 1-2 turnover ratio. It was a close game throughout the whole game. The Patriots offensive line kind of really didn't play well at all. So with that all in mind, yeah, Dolphins, they figured it out. All right, so the keys to the games, though, again, wrapping up the NFL Week 2 Sunday recap. I wanted the Dolphins offense to run the ball for at least 35% of the time. They definitely did that. Tua was pretty good, and Tyreek needs the Tua was a good outside. And Tyreek, yeah, he was good. He ran a lot of nice routes there at 10-yard mark. So I don't know how to put this. Offensively, they did what they were supposed to, but they definitely had their again, they were kind of capped. But again, they played conservative, 2 pluses. Defensively, they were really good, 4 pluses. They really made that New England offense struggle. But I will say this: they weren't great. The last 2 drives of the game, they definitely could have lost the game because they were up. What was it, 24-10? Yeah, they were up 17-3 too. Their second half defense wasn't as good as I think they could have been. Wrapping up this Patriots defense, Max got to continue to dominate from the middle of the field to the numbers and build off of his deception on crossers. Killed the safeties last week. The safeties didn't bite this week. So after that, Matt kind of really got stuck. What the heck am I supposed to do? And he really didn't get off of that. So with that all in mind, though, the Pats offense definitely what could have been, again, it could have actually been worse. But that was a really, undesirable performance. I got to give him 3 minuses. Pats defense, uninspiring, whatever you want to call it. Pats defense, keep everything in front of you. Again, that last drive, I think that was demoralized for them in some ways. But yeah, Christian Barmore was pretty good. Again, they did keep a cap on it. Juwan Bentley wasn't great. Josh Uche just kind of really killed the mood of the game too. So with that all in mind, I will give them, I don't know what I'll give them, 4 pluses. Honestly, I'll give them 3 pluses. The defense kept them in the game, even though the 43-yard touchdown run kind of did kill them. But yeah, defensively they did do their job. So with that all in mind, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the NFL's Week 2 Sunday recap. Hope you guys enjoyed Monday Night Football, and see ya for the recap tomorrow.
The end zone in a crowd, no good. Picked off by Woods, and it's over. Buffaloes win it.